So we just automated a workflow that replaces 3 people. And I'm going to show you exactly how we did it. Here's what's happening. We've got AI gems doing video research, then writing scripts, then creating blog posts, then assigning tasks to team members, all automatically. So in this video, you're going to see how to chain AI gems together, why separate gems work better than one big prompt, and how to connect everything to tools like Asana or ClickUp. All right, let's get into it. A multi-step workflow using language model tools is also an agent, an AI agent. And we've got the ability to build multi-step workflows here. And I want to give you guys a little example. I want to build one because when we put multiple gems together, we can have multiple sets of instructions that build on each other. And I want to show you a basic example of that, of where that might be really useful for you. So we have a strategy with our YouTube, which is to find popular videos that are not great quality. And that's a really good content strategy if you're making any kind of content or you want to make any kind of content. Find popular videos, meaning there's something that people are interested in, but they're not great quality. Maybe the production's not great. Maybe the hook isn't that great. Maybe the lighting or the sound or something's bad, or you think your intellectual property is better than the other person. And we go and find those videos, and then we make our own script and our own videos out of them. And then we obviously want to publish that content. But that involves a multi-step process. And right now we have a human doing that. So there's one human who's doing the research, and they're going and scouring through YouTube, and they're looking for videos. And then once that person's found a video that they think, oh, this is a video that we could improve on, they will generate some ideas. And then we will use a different gem. The second gem that we use is the script writing gem. And we say, hey, well, here's the idea that I've got for this video. Can you generate a script from this video? And then that script gets created and we make the script. And then there's another step that we do once we've published a video. And once that video is then finished, we want to make a blog out of that video. Well, we open up a third gem and we say, okay, well, let's go and make a blog out of this. And it'll take all the information and it'll turn it into a blog. We can turn this into a multi-step process pretty easily with Google Workspace flows, link these together and have these all be, it's called orchestration, have these work together in cadence with each other. And yes, you may want to have a human in the loop at certain stages here. Maybe the first step is to go and find video ideas, and you want to triage those ideas and choose which ones actually get made or not made. We use the example of having a spreadsheet in the middle where you say, yes, this is approved, no, the other one's not approved, and it will proceed based on you saying yes or no. That would be where you put human in the middle. So these workflows we can build, and this is what people refer to when they say like agentic workflows or AI agents are going to do all the work of humans and we're never going to have humans anymore. That's not quite correct. We're still going to have plenty of humans, but humans are just going to do the very, very important part, which is to bring their taste and to bring their skill and to bring their magic to a process. But all the boring stuff is what's going to be automated. So what that would look like very simply in a flow is, let's go and make a new flow here. We're going to make a test. Cool. And we're going to use a trigger. Now, in this case, I think the easiest thing is probably when I send a chat message, but I don't know if I can just send a chat message, but I guess I can put it in a sheet. It's probably the easiest thing. So let's go and make a spreadsheet for this. Don't know if I can even make one from there. Okay, let's go ahead and make sheet.new. All right, I'm going to call this one video ideas. Right, okay, cool. And so I think it's probably okay to just leave it empty. There we go. By the way, Manus is going away and working on stuff. And by the way, I sent Manus off to go and look for videos, and it went and watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, researched them. It did. I'm sure it spent like 20 or 30 minutes viewing YouTube and trying to find videos that matched a certain criteria. So again, just a simple prompt and you get something back in 30 seconds. Yeah, okay, reasonably impressive, but you could probably do it yourself. But when I can put a prompt in and an AI app goes and does 30 minutes of work for me, now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's where the mind starts to bend because it all gets very, very exciting. Now, super advanced, I could use Manus to send its output as a trigger for my workspace flow. There is an integration option. I'm not going to show you that today, but that's the kind of thing that we could build. So if you really want to do something in another app and then send the data to workspace flows, we can do that. Maybe we put Zapier or something else in the middle. That's getting into the territory of you would probably want our team to help you build that, but that's all available. And then once it's in workspace flows, you can do all the easy stuff of manipulating it and sending it where it needs to go. Okay, but anyway, back to our flow. Let's go to our test. Here we go. Okay, great. So we're going to look for that sheet, and it's going to look for when a sheet changes. Okay, so that's the trigger. All right, cool. So it says a field has an issue. Or maybe we need to actually put some columns in. Okay, so let's put some columns in. We'll do a quick refresh here. All right, there we go. Cool. Okay, so it's going to look for video link, and I'm going to say any cell that has content in it, and columns to watch. Yeah, again, any cell that has content in it. Great. All right, so it's just going to look for videos that come in there. We're going to choose a step. So we're going to say, okay, let's use a gem, because we've already got some gems that I prepared earlier for this. These are ones that our team actually use. If you don't see the option to select a gem from the drop-down menu, just add a regular AI step and paste your instructions directly into the Workspace Studio prompt box. All right, let's jump back into the video. So we're going to look for attract icon extract. Great. Okay, so this is a particular strategy. I can't give you that whole strategy because it is someone's IP and it's not all public. All right, but I'm going to take the variable. So I'm going to take the latest values for video link. Great. So it's going to take the latest value for video link. And this gem is instructed that it just needs the link. It doesn't need any other instructions. So I'm going to give it the video link to a video. That's my first step. All right, so I'm going to let that do its first process. It would be nice if I could put a name to the different steps, but Google haven't let us done that yet. This will get better over time. All right, so that's step one. Now it's going to give me an output that's going to research a video, and it's going to give me an output of this analysis. Now, I may as well show you what that looks like. Let's go to YouTube, and let's find a video. Now, I'm going to find a video from a competitor, top 15 workspace apps, because remember, we're looking for poorly created videos that we think we can do better. So let's look for all workspace productivity apps in 130 seconds. Okay, well, that's interesting. That's, I think, a bit short. I think we could do better with that video. So I'm going to take a video URL and just show you what that looks like in Gemini. So let's go to my icon extract, and I should be able to just pop the URL in. I just want to show you what it normally looks like. I add in a URL, and it's going to extract the core concept of this video. And this gem has a defined set of reference instructions specifically for this strategy. And if you wanted to create content for LinkedIn, this might be pulling in someone's LinkedIn post and doing the same kind of thing. Okay, cool. So competitive analysis, what would be our strategic pivot? We want to steal the idea of the video, but not the content of the video. That's important because we don't want to steal someone else's content. We just want to steal like the idea that's going to attract people to the video. Great. Okay, cool. So it's given us a whole bunch of different suggestions. Great. So that's what step one looks like. So we're then going to add another step. Again, I'm going to ask a gem, and this time it's going to be YouTube scriptwriter. All right, cool. So this time I'm going to take the output from the first step. Well, it's technically step two. I'm going to take the output from the first gem, take the output from that content created from gem. I'm going to put that in there. This is now step two. It's going to create the content. All right, great. So let's then add a third step. And I think for now, just as an example, I'm going to go ahead and send this to me in chat. That's a pretty good one. But what I also want to do for bonus points is I actually want to turn this into a blog post as well. So we now have the blog creator. Let's grab the blog creator. And let's take the output from the second gem, which is the video script, and we'll turn that into a blog. So I'm going to get a notification of the second step, and then it's going to create a blog. And my last step for the blog would probably be delegate that to someone in Asana. So in that case, I would create a task. I'm just authorizing Asana. Waiting. All right, here we go. Cool. So I'm going to put this into our workspace. It's going to ask for a task name. I'm going to say blog, and it's going to go on the ideas list. So that goes in the ideas list project. It's called a create project. And description is going to include the information from the output. I'm going to choose an assignee. In this case, it's going to be Jared. Now, these are the kind of steps that we used to have our engineers do on behalf of all of our staff, and we would charge our customers to do because it was too hard. The apps were too hard. Okay, I wouldn't worry too much about the due at, but yeah, all right, cool. And I'll say follower could be me. Great. And it's not going to be completed. It's going to sit incomplete. All right. So usually there would be a reference on like where I put it on the create board, but that's okay. So I'm going to say blog idea, going to have the content created there. And I would probably also want to have as an example, maybe the value of the original video, just as an example. As an example, that's going to create the task. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and let's run test run. It's still saying some fields have some issues here. Now, I've just got to put like a full stop in there because I don't need any instructions for the gem, but it thinks you need to put something in. So I just put a full stop in there, and then that worked for me last time. Oh yeah, and I need to bring in the content from step 3 into chat. Okay, wonderful. Let's do a test run. It's a start. It may not have the video in there yet. No, it doesn't. Oh, I didn't paste. Did I paste the video? There we go. Okay, so let's paste the video in there. That's going to be our trigger. Let's run the test. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to go through our multiple steps. It's going to extract the video. And what we're doing here is we're compartmentalizing the instructions. We could give one big prompt. Hey, Gemini, extract this video, do this thing, and then make it into another video, and then create script, and then create a LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. But it tends to water everything down when you make it all one big prompt. And sometimes you might want to reference different documents. Remember that we can add reference documents to our gems. So if one step is legal, you don't want that getting messed up with like the marketing reference files. So in some cases, you might want to have different gems that reference different documents, and that's why you would do this. Okay, so it's doing the first gem, it's reviewing, and it's pulling out all of the data. Next, it's going to be creating a new video. Next, it should send me the notification in chat. Here we go. All right, so it sent me the YouTube script. I can go and hit record. I can go ahead and record that script. It generally does a pretty good job of the scripts that it creates. And then if I go ahead and open my Asana, we should have something in there assigned to Jared. So let's go into our create board. And so this is where and this could be ClickUp, it could be Notion, it could be anything that you like. Let's go all open. Here we go. We have a blog assigned to Jared, and that is using our blog format. It's got all of our AI trained responses for our AI optimization at the top of the blog. It's got the actual blog content. It's got the video. Now, usually it needs to be fed our video, so it's missing the video there. Anyway, and then it's got full transcription there, which it just took the script and it did. So there we go, end-to-end, a multi-step agentic process. And this is easy enough for anyone here to build, and easy enough for your team to build as well. Where previously this was behind a barrier of technical complexity, this is easy enough for everyone here to do. If you want to build stuff, just reach out to our team. Send them a message, and our team are here to help build these things. You can book a 30-minute build session anytime you like. Head to our website. You go to the support tab. You click meet with us. That is meeting with a technician. You can meet with the technical team. You'll probably get Celeste or maybe Chad, and they're available in different time zones. So you can book a 30-minute session to build whatever you want to build.